The Great British Bake Off will be back on Channel 4 very soon, and a new batch of contestants will be showing off their skills. Taking to the iconic tent, 12 bakers will try their hand at some tricky challenges in a bid to impress the judges. Express.co.uk has all you need to know about this year's contestants. Who is in the Great British Bake Off 2022? Abdul, 29. Abdul is an electronics engineer from London, and he was raised in Saudi Arabia by Pakistani parents. As one of 3 children, he was always getting into mischief, pulling apart electrical items at home. His passion has now become his job, but as well as engineering, he also has a flair for salsa dancing and all things outer space. Abdul's passion for baking started when he and his graduate colleagues made cakes for each other, with matcha being his favorite flavor to work with. Carol, 59. Carol is a supermarket cashier from Dorset, and she lives at home in the West Country with her husband Michael. She is known as Compost Carol to local residents, as she has a gardening segment on a local radio show. Carol loves to create colorful bakes inspired by her passion for the great outdoors. One of her first baking challenges was making a first birthday cake for her granddaughter, Maisie. Dawn, 60. Dawn works as an IT manager in Bedfordshire, and she lives with her partner, Trevor. The mother of 3 loves creating illusions when it comes to baking, and she loves intricate designs. She has a keen eye for detail and a steady hand, so she should be a pro when it comes to creating stunning bakes. James, 25. James is a nuclear scientist from Cumbria, and he grew up in Glasgow, moving to England for university. He loves all things music, horror films and board games, and reflects his passions in his bakes. Due to the nature of his job, he enjoys the technical elements of baking. He loves autumnal flavors including apples, caramel and mixed spices. Janusz, 34. Janusz is a head teacher's PA from East Sussex, and he grew up in Poland, having moved to the UK 10 years ago. He lives with his boyfriend Simon, and apart from baking, he loves watching drag acts and collecting movie props. His mother inspired him to bake, and he loves creating colorful and camp works of art in the kitchen. Staying true to his roots, he loves incorporating Polish ingredients into his dishes. Kevin, 33. Kevin is a music teacher from Lanarkshire, and he loves spending time with his family, including his wife Rachel and his sisters. The saxophonist began baking at the age of 17, and he believes in only using the best ingredients. Kevin loves testing out new flavor combinations with fruits, nuts and spices. Mason, 18. Mason is the youngest in the tent, and she is a student from Greater Manchester. She is originally from Libya but has lived in the UK since she was 9, and can speak 5 languages. When she is not baking, which she has done since she was 13, she enjoys photography. She loves Mediterranean flavors such as olives and dates. Maxi, 29. Maxi is an architectural assistant from London, and she was born in Sweden. The mother of 2 studied fine art and is a DIY pro, so she should perform well in the showstopper challenges. She began baking when her first daughter was born and loves making celebration cakes. Rebs, 23. Rebs is a master's student from County Antrim, and she grew up in Northern Ireland. Her earliest baking memory was from when she helped her mum out in the kitchen at 3 years old. She enjoys using Middle Eastern ingredients, paying homage to her boyfriend Jack's Turkish roots. Sandro, 30 Sandro works as a nanny in London, having fled the Angolan War when he was 2 years old. He may be a boxer, but he also has a passion for ballet dancing and break dancing. His father died when he was 21 and he turned to baking as a way of coping with a loss. He uses his Angolan roots in his cooking, offering virtual baking classes for children with autism. Sayabira, 32 Sayabira is a cardiovascular research associate from London and she was born in Malaysia. She comes from a huge family and now lives with her boyfriend Bradley. She started baking in 2017 and loves adding Malaysian twists to British bakes. Will, 45 Will is a former charity director from London and he lives in London with his wife and 3 children. He has a passion for DIY and carpentry and utilizes his hobbies in his baking. Loving the technical side of baking, he is a particular fan of using yeast. Back to judge the bakers and offer their advice this year are Paul Hollywood and Prue Leith. Hosting the 2022 series are Noel Fielding and Matt Lucas, who will be providing plenty of laughs. For the last 2 years, the series has been filmed at Down Hall in Hatfield Heath. The series is likely to have 10 episodes with one winner being crowned at the end. The Great British Bake Off begins on Tuesday, September 13 at 8 p.m. on Channel 4.